guys, welcome back to another episode of Motivation Monday. We are still in the August series, The Evolving Woman. I do hope you're getting edified and I do hope you're getting impacted by this series. Personally, I have really enjoyed all the topics we have been discussing so far. And today we are going to be focusing on the corporate woman. As you can see, I have clearly won the part to represent all our corporate ladies. I really, really admire corporate ladies. I think they are smart. I think they are determined. They are focused. They really just look like they know what they want. And I don't know if it's about looking like or they really do know what they want. But you can clearly, when you see a corporate lady or a corporate woman, you are bound to just respect them because there's just a way they present themselves. Even you guys see the way I'm dressed today, kuna difference, yes. So we are focusing on the corporate woman and we are going to be discussing the power of compartmentalizing. Compartmentalizing. It took me 2 days to be able to say that word correctly, guys. So, yes, please bear with me if at some point I don't say it correctly. But what it essentially means is in the corporate space as women, naturally we are emotional beings. And so we tend to bring our emotions to work. And that kind of like affects how we end up working. In the workspace, and essentially, basically, in the corporate space, you're hired because you are bringing value to the company. So value is what is important, and we struggle because we do not know how to compartmentalize. As I mentioned that word. We tend to combine our emotions with the value that we bring to work. So that way, we are allowing the boss to take control in the sense that unless they validate what we are doing, then we tend to really feel that we are not giving enough in the corporate space. But I think it's very important that we learn to compartmentalize, to be able to separate our emotions from the value that you are bringing to work, because that will really help us be able to perform better and be able to evolve in the workspace, be able to grow in the workspace. If I would give my example, honestly, I know that having grown in the corporate space, I've also been guilty of putting my emotions in it. And you know, when you work so hard and you feel like you have given your best and you don't get that validation from your boss, then it affects how you view your work. But I have progressively learned that it's very important to understand that the reason why you are hired in that company is because you bring value. And that value is what we are supposed to focus on as a corporate woman. So all I'm saying is that as we evolve into this different spaces where we are fighting to become better, to become managers, to become, like in the corporate space, you want to go up high the ladder. It's very important to be able to separate those two issues, even for the employers who are women, because you will agree with me that women are our worst enemies. We don't support each other. Like if you are in a corporate space and maybe a youngie is hired and you feel like they're threatening your position, then you end up not helping them or you make life difficult for them in the workspace. But I think if you understand the value that you bring to that company, then that should be enough to give you confidence, to be able to allow you even to train those who are coming after you, because your value is very distinct. It is the reason why you're there. It's the reason why you're being paid. And if you're able to separate your emotions from that value, then I can tell you for sure as a corporate woman, you are going to succeed, you're going to continue growing, and you will not have an issue training anyone who is coming after you because your value is what is keeping you there. Also being able to, I'm so scared of saying this word, compartmentalize. If you're able to separate, now I've even lost my train of thought, but I think what I was saying is, if you're able to separate value from validation, then you do have an opportunity to prosper in the corporate space, because what happens is if you keep seeking validation, then you lose value or you forget the value that you're bringing to the company just because nobody is applauding you for it. But as long as the value is bringing credit to the company, that's all that is taking you there. If it's clear for you that The reason I come to this company is because I give this value, and in return, I get paid, because that's the only reason we work, to get paid, but also we have purpose in it. But being able to separate those issues really does give you an opportunity to prosper without really affecting the value or the quality of work that you bring to the table. I also want to finish on this by saying your purpose should not be attached to your work. What do I mean? I mean that while you're working, you should be able to enjoy what you're doing, and it should somehow be attached to your purpose, to this world. But if you look at it by and large, all I'm saying is that that should not be, it should only be for you, because your purpose is your purpose. It is not the company's purpose. So it shouldn't be that if they don't validate your purpose, then you miss the mark. So focus on your purpose, but just understand that the value you bring to the office is the reason why you're hired in the first place, and that will help you be able to go to the next level without really limiting yourself. So kudos to all the corporate women who are really just doing it big for us, setting the, what is it called? Setting the standards for us, who are following behind. Kudos to those women who are not threatened by societal norms, who are not fixed in small bubbles of, I don't even know what to call it, but who are allowing themselves not to be limited with the current space or the current atmosphere that we are living in. But you are standing up, you are doing boss moves, you are believing in yourself, and you are able to separate your value from your work, and you're doing it successfully. All the best to all the corporate women, and let's meet here next Monday, 6 a.m. for another beautiful topic. My name is Jane Bai. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you next Monday. Bye.